Hello everyone, thank you for being here. Together we are reimagining a future where all young people are thriving. For the next 26 minutes or less, we will be talking about all the ways that you inspire community through your efforts in supporting Cocoon House. This is a milestone year for Cocoon House. We turn 30 years of providing housing support, providing services, and really serving young people in every way that they need in order to have stability in their lives. For 30 years, Cocoon House has been breaking the cycle of homelessness for young people. Oftentimes, we can imagine what a brighter future looks like for a young person, but we don't always see it. It oftentimes takes hindsight and many, many years before those dreams become a reality.
My dreams as a child were pretty basic in I wanted to succeed and make money. My childhood was voracious. Single mom, raised a couple of us, so my two sisters and myself, until I was around 8 years old, and then we went into the foster system. I didn't have a mentor in my life, so it didn't transfer into any kind of a career aspiration. It was just money and success. I'm Paul Gallivan, and I lived at Cocoon Complex and Cocoon House starting in 1993. I was living underneath 41st Street Bridge, and about a year on the streets without any clear direction. With the Cocoon House, I tried to get in there one time on a New Year's. I had the empowerment, the courage to go through the door because I was also drunk. And I remember spending the New Year's watching the fireworks through a tiny little window at the detox center. And that was my turning point, January 1994. At the Cocoon Complex, I had gotten myself into a situation where I'd figured out how to work kind of full-time-ish. I had managed to get myself up to about 30 hours a week while going to school full-time. And I had a lot of time that was spoken for. I was in sports, I was going to school, I was working full-time. I found myself too busy to take part in like the adventure or the adventure of the Cocoon Complex. What I did take part in is, at one point they got some musical instruments, and so I was trying to learn the drums. And I remember one of the staff members, Rose, she spent a lot of time with me, like helping me learn the drums, and we would do a lot of talking, and it was talking about like who I wanted to be. I hadn't had those types of conversations to give me real purpose outside of like I want money and success. Up until that point. So that chance to have somebody with a little bit of experience in the world to be able to help me talk through how real my feelings were, it was invaluable. I remember telling her, you know, I want to be, someday I want to try my hand at politics, and I want to get into service work. And, you know, at the time, and maybe the couple of years after that, I really didn't think much about it. But over the last 10 years or so, I've gone back to that relationship so many times, and what type of person I came out being through all of my challenges. She's my yang, I'm her yin. Truly a full opposite of me in so many ways. She wears her emotions on her sleeve. She's really unorganized and truly successful at getting everything done, right? And I can be extremely organized and get half of my list done and be fully okay with that. So everything that we do, she compliments my weaknesses, and I compliment hers, and I'm blessed. Here I am, 2007, January 7th. My son was born. So being a dad made me very nervous. I had a lot of childhood problems, and what kind of a dad was I going to be? All the dreams, all the desires to be a person who provides for the world around him instead of the world being victim of my existence. I'm exactly where I need to be.
The road ahead, it twists and turns, and the sun beats down and it burns, but I keep on pushing through.
I bet Paul never imagined where his life would take him after Cocoon House. We are honored to be a part of his story and his success and his future with his family, friends, and community.
It takes leaders and leadership to reimagine what a better future can look like. Cocoon House is the result of one such leader in particular. As we celebrate our 30th birthday, we also want to celebrate the creativity and vision from our founder, the one and only Sari Gilman. Let's take a look back in time and see where it all started.
One of the things that's really important for organizations that I learned as I went along is you have to be able to weather storms. And Cocoon House is facing such an incredible storm right now. And it's so strong. And that's because of the community. And so I feel like the roots of this organization went down so far and so deep and made Cocoon House strong enough to weather the storm that we are all going through now. And in some ways, people may understand even more now what the need is for kids that need a safe place to be and a home. Cocoon House was named from a dream that I had. And in the dream, this blanket of blue butterflies that were crocheted was laid over the top of me. And I heard this voice let me know that things were going to be okay. And the community always showed up and created that. And so those butterflies on that blanket really gave me that idea that this was going to be a cocoon house. It was going to be a place of kind of safety and growth and kind of contained like a cocoon. And then something magical would happen out of that. And, here we are 30 years later, and something so magical has happened. So many magical things have happened for so many. What did I imagine 30 years ago about what would happen in the future of Cocoon House? I couldn't look beyond the week. And the community was doing a lot of the imagining with me. When you're part of a community, which I believed we were from day one, that this was going to be a community-based organization, and I got to make up what that meant, which to me means, everybody is welcome and that the community also has ideas. There were always so many questions being hurled at me that there really wasn't time to think ahead. But I will tell you that the Lions, the North Everett Lions, they thought ahead. And it was them that put in escrow the 30-unit building for us to expand from just being a shelter. And they were thinking, gosh, you need more room. These kids need more space. Some of these kids were living in the shelter for 8 months. They needed long-term housing. They didn't need just shelter. Every kid is different. And kind of the things that they face in their lives and the way it all comes together inside of them is very unique to every individual kid. So no two kids are the same or have the same story or are needing the exact same thing the same way. And when we first opened the doors of the shelter house, we had no idea. And I said, we're going to learn from the kids. Nobody's been serving them. Nobody has been doing the programming. We're going to learn from the kids what they need and what makes shelter run effectively for them. A lot of people have worked at Cocoon, have volunteered at Cocoon, have come through the doors. And, you know, what I know is that it has changed every single person that has come through its doors, not just the kids. It has changed the staff, it has changed the volunteers, it has changed all of us. You know, it's beyond what I could have imagined. Happy birthday, Cocoon House, you're 30 years old.
Sari definitely had to be creative to get folks to collaborate and help launch this organization from its beginning. And over the last 18 months, that same creativity, collaboration, and innovation has been required to keep Cocoon House navigating through difficult times. No one knows what that's like more than our Chief Program Officer, Rachel Matheson.
Today, Cocoon House is a full-service agency supporting teens and young adults with housing prevention and outreach services. With multiple housing sites and teams working with community partners throughout Snohomish County, Cocoon House is bringing resources to young people through every avenue available. By working with our school partners, connecting with the juvenile justice system, having relationships with child welfare to care for state-dependent youth, and through Safe Place and many other community partners. Cocoon House provides case management for young people, working one-on-one to help them get stabilized through a housing first model. During the pandemic, Cocoon House has been uniquely positioned to support our community and prevent youth homelessness by working with the federal and state governments to distribute pandemic relief funds. Many of the folks who reached out to us at the beginning of the pandemic had never had to ask for help before. They were scared, bewildered. It was hard for them to ask for what they needed. Thanks to some dedicated staff here who took the time to work on qualifying these folks for CARES Act funds and rental assistance. Cocoon House has supported over 1,300 youth and families since March of 2020. This is what we do to break the cycle of homelessness, and we do it with your help. Today we look out onto a horizon obscured by the ongoing disruption caused by COVID-19. We are as committed as ever to our agency values of safety, community, respect, growth, and equity. We know that together we can break the cycle of homelessness one young person at a time. Oftentimes in the course of our work, we cannot see the end result. The young people we serve are still becoming, and it isn't until later that they can even see how their opportunities changed as a result of connecting with Cocoon House. We don't know when things will start to change again as a result of this pandemic, but we do know Cocoon House plans to be here for the next 30 years, walking with young people through their hardest times so they can choose a path that leads them to their dreams. Your support makes that possible. Thank you for partnering with us.
What we have here tonight is the opportunity for you to help us, not only in the next year, in the next 5 years, but in the next 30 years. Without the community, this last year and a half would have been so different. And it's been so authentic, and it's been tough, and it's been inspiring to be able to fall back on the support of the community when you feel like sometimes you can't always see when it's going to be the end of something really hard. And I know that others have it worse, And I'm so incredibly proud and thankful to Cocoon House staff and to our community and to the folks who have been there every step of the way to help us through some of the most challenging times that we will ever remember during our lifetime. We have kept folks safe, we've kept them housed, we've oftentimes been the only place that they've been able to go to when everyone else has had to close their doors or modify their services or just aren't as available. And I know without a doubt that if we did not have the community that we had, we didn't have the folks tuning in like each and every one of you are right now, if we didn't have that unconditional support, things would have looked so different. So on behalf of everybody here, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for digging deep and investing in the lives of teens and young people in our community tonight.
The future we are reimagining revolves around community. It's our biggest value. It's what's missing the most in our daily lives right now. You feel it, we feel it, our youth feel it. Cocoon House, we are the tools for the community to serve young people in need. It's hard. These young people are worth our community effort. And in every way, large and small, we have opportunities in front of us daily to make an impact. And your impact inspires my impact, which then again inspires someone else's impact. We have a host home program that's just launching. We're having community members invite young people into their home for short periods of time to help them achieve stability. We have programs working with families in their homes trying to keep young folks from ever becoming homeless in the first place. We have growing housing programs for young adults who are achieving stability after time on the streets. All of these programs would not be possible without the way community wraps around these youth. And so tonight, I encourage you to look for ways, large and small, to get involved and inspire and help grow our community impact. Thank you.
We've talked about our past and our future, but you're probably wondering, what about right now? What can you do tonight that is going to support teens and young people in our community? Well, right now, you have the opportunity to shop some fabulous auction items on this site. We've made it super convenient so everyone can participate. We were really excited to be able to gather in person for Silk this year, not only because we're excited to be able to be in person together and see everybody's faces, not just over a computer screen, but we were also excited to come together and honor Cocoon House's 30th birthday. 30 years is significant and it's impactful. And when you think of the investment that you've helped to have over those 30 years, it means that over 35,000 lives have been impacted and touched. The amount of care and compassion that our community has shown over these years, and especially over the last couple years where there's new challenges and new barriers to overcome, has been humbling to witness and been inspiring to be a part of. And so we wanted to take a moment, and while we can't do it in person and sing and dance and hug and cheer, we do want to be able to sing happy birthday to Cocoon House. So I hope that you join us here in just one moment, sing in your homes, have fun, get inspired, and really relish in what we have been able to accomplish as a community. So happy birthday, Cocoon House.
Uno, dos, tres. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cocoon House. Happy birthday to you.
Hi there, Claudia McLean at McLean Insurance. And here in our office, we have a special tradition of always asking the birthday person to wear a birthday hat as we celebrate their special day. And so I could think of nothing better than to do this as a way of greeting all of you and saying congratulations and happy birthday to Cocoon House on your 30th year. We are so proud and happy to partner with you on some of your amazing initiatives that help all of the youth in our community. Congratulations.
Hello, Cocoon House. Happy anniversary. We're so happy to be a sponsor for your event, and thank you so much for all that you do for homeless youth in our community.
Cocoon House, congratulations on 30 years of great work. Here's the 30 more for outreach to community to help serve vulnerable population. Thank you.
Cocoon House, thank you for helping to break the cycle of homelessness in our community. We appreciate you. Congratulations.
Cocoon House, congrats. We thank you for everything you're doing for the homeless, especially during these trying times. Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary!
Happy 30th birthday, Cocoon House. I cannot believe it is your 30th birthday. I am thrilled to be here to wish you a happy birthday. I can't tell you how grateful I am for the work that you do in the city of Everett, throughout Snohomish County, for all the young people whose lives you impact in such an amazingly positive way. Thank you to the staff teams and happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Cocoon House. I'm really excited that we get to celebrate this, and I'm so thankful to be a part of what we do and the change we make in the community.
Happy birthday, Cocoon House.
Happy birthday, Cocoon House. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your organization, and it's been lovely, and many more years to go.
Happy
birthday, Cocoon House.
Happy birthday, Cocoon House. Thank you, everyone, for reimagining this future for Cocoon House youth and families. You've been with us for 25 and a half minutes. You're a dedicated supporter. You're part of our community, and we need you. We need you in big ways. And tonight, the opportunity is in front of you to give. And when I say give, any gift, large or small, whatever your capacity to do, will make an impact for the young people that we serve. That's how we build community. Your gift will inspire others to continue to give to this great cause and to these wonderful young people in our community. We ask that you stretch yourself. We ask that you give willingly and you participate in this mission that we have to break and end cycles of homelessness for youth. And if we do this well, we will continue to see Cocoon House celebrate birthday after birthday, and you will be a part of our long-term and forever success. Thank you.